Hello, everyone. I am Natali Monroe, and I attend Sunny Hills Church of Christ. And hopefully, if you attend, you know that. And if not, hello. And if you are from outside of our Sunny Hills congregation, welcome. And I hope you are well. I hope you are all well. Um, but I have had a lot of recent changes in my life, as I'm sure many of you have, due to the wonderful COVID and everything else going on in life right now that God is have His handiwork in, and I say that because I know that for me in my life, God has always provided for me, and I, even at the worst times, can see His handiwork. Even if not at that time, I can look back and see that. And for me, knowing and trusting that God will take care of things, even when I have no idea what's coming next, is the only thing that gets me through the day sometimes. And even then, I have hardships. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I know that I'm perfectly imperfect. And I trust that God will continue to see me through, and He puts us in each other's lives to see one another through and to lean on, because we cannot get through this life or this world without one another. And He gave us each our own strengths and our own perspectives, and they're all different, and that's a good thing, because we need each other to get through it. Just like any team, a sports team, a scholar team, any kind of team, they're teams for a reason, whether it be for sport, for work, for life. God gave us each other to get through this and to lean on each other with His guidance. And so because of that, I'm able to continue to see the positives even with the negatives. So for me, my negatives lately have been losing my job because of COVID, and my constant anxiety attacks that I've been struggling with here and there. And He's, through that, I feel, given me the love of those around me that I didn't know were there. And I've had different people reach out to me that I never knew, whether it be within my own family or my church family, or just friends I've grown up with that have dealt with some of the similar things that I have been going through and would never known about had I not been vulnerable enough to share that. And the way I was thankfully brought up was to look to God, to lean on God. And it reminds me of Philippians 4. I'm going to read 4 through 13. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. I rejoiced greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but you had no opportunity to show it. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content wherever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. So it's not by my own wants, but it is by through him and through his understanding that I know that even if I don't know my next steps now, that he will provide those steps. And I will be able to look back and say, oh, that's God's handiwork. And some people freak out when they lose their job and some panic. And while this is the second time I've unfortunately been laid off, it might not be the last. And even if it is, like, I don't have any say in that, and I'm okay with that because I know that God will provide me a way. He doesn't promise that we'll have an excess. He doesn't promise that we'll never have to worry about anything, but he promises that he will be there in the good and the bad, and that so long as we look to him and rejoice in him, that he will keep us safe, and he will find a way for us to just keep going, whether that be by leaning on a friend or by taking a road trip or by just seeing his beauty all around us. I take comfort in knowing his love that he has given me is something that I can always share with others and help them to know that God is love, and he will keep us safe, and he will provide a way. And if you need anything, that to pray to him and to lean on your neighbor, lean on your loved ones. You're not alone, and you are loved. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out to Sunny Hills Church of Christ. Feel free to reach out to me, and just know that even if you don't see it now, that God is holding you and he loves you, and that you matter, and that you're going to be okay. And I hope that you are blessed and that you have a beautiful and wonderful day.